in the binary FSK, what we are doing, so we have taken two different frequency F1 and F2 for symbols 1 and 0 respectively. Okay. So and we have seen there is a discontinuity in the phase when we discuss in the BFSK. Okay. So in the MSK, what we are doing, so in the basically in the MSK, what we will do, and that we will properly utilize the information carried out by the phase. Okay. So in the BPSK, what means phase was not that much of important, but in the MSK, what we are doing, we are considering that it is a very important parameter for that can utilize for continuous phase change. That means there should not be sudden change of the phase. So that's why it is called the continuous phase shifting CPFSK. Okay. So in the CPFSK, that continuous phase shifting, and how we are defining? We are defining symbols or for two symbols 1 and 0 by this, which is similar to the BPSK, but there is a on more information is there, that is 50. So what is the 50? 50 is the initial phase for your the signal. Oh, what is the initial phase? So now if we compare with the continuous phase shifting, okay, with the BPSK, BFSK. So in that case, we can see just only this portion there is a change. So remaining portion it is same, and we are using the two different frequency F1 and F2. Okay. So and what is the normally the bit duration is there? TB is the bit duration and EB is the energy per bit. Okay. Okay. So now, if we represent the continuous phase FSK signal in the angle modulated signal in terms of the angle modulated signal, so in that case, what we can do? The ST we can rewrite in that way. Okay. So that means the ST we are expressing the ST in terms of conventional analog or angle modulated signal. So in the angle modulated signal, if we see that, that means in that way we represent. So the amplitude is there cos 2 pi fct plus theta t. So that means the theta is changing in the phase along with the time. Okay. So now theta t, since the theta t is changing along with the time, so we can write the theta t that's equal to theta 0 plus pi h by tb. So here plus minus is there, and this is true for when the tb belongs to 0 to tb within this bit duration. Okay. So that means using that equation, we can calculate what is the phase at a particular time. Okay. So now, what is the all the parameters is there? Theta t we know. Theta t is the what is the phase at time t. Basically, phase of st we have to say, because the phase we are considering this is the for the signal of st. So that means phi theta t is the phase of st at time t. Theta 0 already we told that it is the initial phase, and there is a plus minus sign is there, and the plus minus sign is due to your bit 1 and 0 respectively, and then a is pi by tb into t. What is the h over here? H is the deviation ratio. Dimension, basically h is also a dimensionless parameter, and it is normally called as the deviation ratio. We'll see. So now if we compare this expression, okay, basically along with the previous one, okay. So what we can write, you just see from there. So what we are doing, we are comparing these two equations. Suppose we are comparing, if we put the theta t value over here, okay. So what is the theta t? That means if we put the theta t value over, so inside the square bracket, we have the 2 pi fc t plus theta 0 plus minus pi h by tb into t, and this is the end of the square bracket. This is the inside. What do you do? Just replace the theta t. So now if we compare that expression with these terms, so from that what we can write? So when that means plus sign is for 1 and minus sign for 0. Okay. So now if we compare the f1, so what is the f1? F1 that will be equal to fc plus h by 2 tv. Yes or no? Are you getting my point? So you see, this is the theta naught, and this theta naught will same. So we do not bother about this. So what you have to do when we are taking the plus, in that case, what you have to do? You see the what is the term 2 pi f1t. So that means we need to common of 2 pi. So if you from this term and these terms, if we take the common of 2 pi, so what will remain? The remain will be your fc plus minus, okay, h by 2 tv into t plus theta 0. So from this equation we can write this, yes or no? I have taken 2 pi common from this first term and the last term. Okay. So now if we compare this, what is the inside of that expression with this? So, and we know that plus sign for the 1, that means when we will take the plus over here, so it will be compared with the f1. So that's why you have written f1 equal to fc plus h by 2 tv. Similarly, f2, so f2 will be fc minus h by 2 tb. And what is the fc over here? Fc is the carrier frequency. Okay. So, and basically nominal carrier frequency. So now if we want to calculate what is the value of fc, so just tell me what is the value of fc from these two terms in terms of f1 and f2. Fc equal to what?
F1 plus F2 by 2.
F1 plus.
Okay, good. F1 plus f2 by 2. Okay. So now similarly, if we want to calculate what is the value of h, so what should be the value of h from there? If we want to calculate the value of h from there.
Sir, F1 minus F2 into 2 TB, sir.
2 TV or only TV?
Sir, only TB, sir.
Only TV.
Okay, so that means we can write the TV into
F1 minus
F1 minus F2. So that value we get. So now if we want to represent the AEs, which is a, as I told, it is the deviation ratio. So deviation ratio of what? So deviation ratio of the difference of the frequency component with respect to the bit rate. So what is the bit rate? Bit rate equal to RB. If we represent the bit rate equal to RB, and what is the value of RB in terms of TB?
One upon TB.
1 upon TB. Good. So 1 upon TB. Now if we see over there, that means that expression A is can be right like F1 minus F2 by RB. Yes or no? So the age is the dimensionless parameters, and which also is referred as the deviation ratio of the difference of frequencies with respect to the bit rate. Okay, and in FC, what is this? It is a mean of the two frequency component. Okay, arithmetic mean, the FC is the arithmetic mean of the two frequency component. Okay, so now in that way we are getting the value of FC and H. Okay, so now in frequency, in equation, okay, in this equation, if we put the value of T as a TV, so that means we want to calculate what is the value of theta TV. So if we put T is equal to TV, that means we are calculating this value, and what we will get? We will get this equal to theta 0 plus minus pi h. Yes or no? In this equation, what we put? T equal to TV. Okay. So that means we are getting that expression. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
This TB and this TB will be cancelled, so pi h will only pi h will be there. So now from there we can write theta TB minus theta naught, that's equal to plus pi h and minus pi h, and this is for 1 or symbols 1, sorry, and this is for 0, because we already told that, means I already told that the for positive signs indicate for 1 and 0 indicating the negative sign. So that means we can write that relation. Okay. Now this is the relation where the phase is increasing for symbols 1 and phase is decreasing for symbols 0. Okay. So this is the basically it will give us the phase. Okay. So this is the condition for the continuous phase frequency shifting, continuous phase frequency shifting property. Okay. And how much value is changing? The value of changing, that means how much the value is increasing from 0 to TV time duration. TV duration, that is for the increasing for 1, that is the pi h amount, and decreasing for 0 by minus pi h amount. Okay. So now if we start plotting those value. Okay, so now this condition is there. That means for if when we are transmitting some symbols or some bit sequence of bits, say, okay, before take the examples. Okay, suppose we are on to transmit the bit. So in that case, what we can do? So if we put those value, suppose when we are sending one, the value will be increased by that amount pi h. So now if we want to plot that value, all the possible paths through which the phase is changing, that means your theta t minus theta 0. Okay, so now in this y-axis we are indicating the theta t minus theta 0, and x-axis indicating the time t, and initial value phase we are considering that is 0. Okay, so now the thing is that depending on the bit sequence, either it will go up or it will go down. So now if the next symbol equal to 1, that it will go up, and how much amount it will go up? By the pi h amount it will go up. So if I draw a line, what is this point? This is the TB point. Okay. So now again, suppose we reach that point after one bit, we reach over here. Again, it could be 0 or 1. So if it is 0, it is go down. If it is 1, then it will go up. Okay. So in the 2b, we are reaching over here. So in that way, it is giving us the complete path of the phase for all the binary sequence. Okay. So all the phase condition, it will be within this range. And this is called the phase tree. Whatever the diagram we draw over here, that is called the phase tree. Okay. Is there any doubt up to this?
No, sir.
Okay. So no doubt. Now, if we look the figure carefully, what is there? When the TB value is your odd multiplication of odd number, in that case, if we look at this value, it is also odd multiplication of pi h. Is it or not? So when the TB equal to odd, in that case the phase, it is the odd multiplication of pi h. Okay, and when TB is equal to multiplication of even, so in that case the phase is the multiplication of pi h with the even number. Yes or no? We can, let's see some value and we compare. Suppose we are taking the 3 position, 3 TB. So according to that, whatever the phase, it should be the odd multiplication of pi h. So what are the possible value? One is your minus pi h, which is 1 times of multiplication of this. Second value is there, which is equivalent to minus 3 pi h. If we go off, it is plus 1, it is plus 3. So that means these are the odd number, 1 and 3. These are the odd number. Okay. Now if we compare with the some other points, say 4 TB. So what are the value you are getting? 4, 2, 0, minus 2, minus 4. And these are the even number. Okay. So that means from this graph we can conclude that the phase will change by the pi h amount or multiplication of pi h amount with the odd when the TB equal to odd, TB multiplication equal to odd, and the phase will change even multiplication of pi h when TV is equal to multiplication of pi h. Oh, sorry, even multiplication of TV. Okay, time. So now in that case, if we compare that value with the BFSK, so in the BFSK, what is there? So in the BFSK, basically BFSK, sorry, BFSK. In the BFSK, what is the equation is given? The if we compare those value, whatever the value we get here, okay. So that will be the age will be unit. So or age value will become 1. So how we can get that value? We can compare this and we can see it is getting 1 or not. Okay. So if you recall the expression for ST for the BFSK, so this is the expression BFSK. So ST that is equal to square root of 2 EV by TB cos of 2 phi FCT plus minus phi T by TB. Okay. And if we compare those value, so basically along with these terms and the terms over here, okay. So basically we'll see what we'll get. We'll get the h equal to 1. Okay. So even you can get the value of from here also. Okay. So what is the value of h? As I find out, h equal to TB into F1 minus F2. This is the value of h. And if we recall the definition, what is the value of F1 and F2 in the binary frequency shifting BFSK? So the BFSK F1 it should be NC plus 1 by TB. Okay. What was that value? Am I right? Means written the right expression or wrong? The frequency, carrier frequency we are considering. So the carrier frequency that's equal to your or Fi. Basically, instead of 1, we can write that NC plus 1 by TV. So that was the expression, and NC is the integer number. Now if we take two values, so F1 and F2. So if we take some integer value and if we put those value over there, we'll see h will become 1. You can take examples and you can put some value and you can compare this thing. Okay, just let F1 TV equal to NC1 or NC some value, and this is the constant value for both the case, NC plus 1 and F2 TV equal to NC plus 1. So now if we subtract this value, some mistake I have done. What was the mistake I have done? So it should be the minus sign on. For one case, it is a positive sign. Fixed integer. Okay, just a minute. that expression is okay. So f1, if we say nc equal to 1, in that case what we are getting, f1 to be equal to, okay, so one thing I forgot to mention, the nc which is terms related to your tb. So basically if we put those value over there, from there we are getting the h equal to 1. Okay, so that value basically if we put, suppose it will become, what will be the value, it's if we put that value ftb, so fi that's equal to your, this value we are considering, and f1 and 2 nc plus 1 by tb. Okay, so what is the value we are getting? Suppose some integer value we are taking, nc equal to 5, and for f1, and if we take nc equal to 7. Okay, let's check we are getting this or not. Say one case nc equal to 5, another case nc equal to 7. Basically this value will be more, so we are considering nc equal to 3 in case of f1, in case of f2. So now if we put those value, what is it is becoming, क्या आ रहा है? So 5 plus 1 6 and 3, this will be the plus 3 plus 1 4, and if we subtract this, so it will be the 2. Now if we 2 we are getting, and if we normalize that value, and if, okay, so basically what we are doing, that if we take the value 4 and 5 like that consecutive value, in that case we are getting the h equal to 1. Okay, so anyhow we will get the h value equal to 1. So now in this figure if we put h equal to 1, so that means the value is changing pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, and minus pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi, and minus 4 pi. So basically from that, what is happening, the change for one phase change over 1 bit interval is plus minus pi radian. So when we are taking h equal to 1. So now if we look at that, for 1 bit duration, how much phase is changing? Either it will goes to the plus pi or it will goes to the minus pi. So the phase change equal to plus minus pi. Okay, and if we put the value plus minus pi, both the, and with respect to module 2 pi, so both the value will be the same. Okay, so basically okay, so what is the value for your cos plus minus pi? Okay, cos s plus minus pi, what is that value? Anyone? So cos pi plus x कितना होता है? What is the value of cos?
Negative of cos.
Negative of cos. And what is the value when we are taking the minus?
Same.
Same. That means both the case it will be the same value. Okay. So that means there is no effect of changing the phase when we are transmitting the bits, because both the case, suppose when we are transmitting either 0 or 1, so 1 means positive pi and 0 means negative pi, so basically there is a no change. So in that case we can say the binary frequency shift keying, there is a no memory. Okay, because it is totally not depending on the previous value. So that's why there is no memory for the binary FSK. So, and totally it's depending on, is basically what is there. If there is a no memory, that means it is not depending on the what is the previous signal or previous signal interval. So initial condition, there is a no problem. Okay. So now if we consider the deviation parameter or deviation ratio H equal to half, in that case, what we'll get, we'll see the value will change by plus minus pi by 2 for on bit duration. Yes or no? So it will become pi by 2, it will become minus pi by 2 when A is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. So that means now if we look at that, basically in the previous case when H equal to 1, it is plus minus pi. Again, it is becoming in the next interval, it is your 2 pi and 4 pi. That means all the case the value will be the same. But in case of H equal to half, so for the first bit, it is changing by the plus minus pi by 2, and second bit duration, it is changing either 0 or pi. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that means, because the reason is that we have the minus pi also, minus pi and pi both will give us the same value. So that's why we have just taken the 0 and pi, and when we are getting this 0 and pi, even multiplication of TV, and we are getting plus minus pi by 2 for your odd multiplication of TV. Okay. So from there we can see that this is the value is changing. So now if we draw the figure, okay, within parameters or within the modulation index or modulus of 2 pi, that means minus pi to pi, in that case, that means this figure and the previous figure both are same, but what we are doing, we are taking the module 2 pi representation of the signal, and which is called the phase trellis. Okay. So in the phase trellis, what is the meaning of the trellis? Trellis is a tree-like structure with re-emerging branch. Okay. So now if we take examples, the previous examples I have taken, so what was the value we have taken? 1 1 0, then 1, then 0 0 0. So these are the bit sequence we have taken. Okay. Now you see, for single bit duration, how much phase will be changed? It will be changed by the, and one thing is that, as I mentioned, for 1, the phase will increase, for 0, phase will decrease. Okay. So now what is the first bit? We are starting from the 0, first bit equal to 1. So that means the phase will change. How much phase will change? The phase will change by the pi by 2. Okay. Because previously we have seen for the 1 bit duration, the phase is changing, which is equivalent to your plus minus pi by 2. Okay. So for the first one, it is changed 0 to pi by 2. So basically this is TV. This point is equal to TV. Okay. Now second bit, what is the second bit? Second bit also 1, that means it will go up. Okay. Okay. Now this is the third bit. third bit equal to 0, so it will reduce by the pi by 2. So from the pi 2 it's become the pi by 2. Okay, so now if there is a continuous 3 1, so it's supposed to move over there and it's indicating what is the value. Just someone tell me.
So 3 pi by 2.
3 pi by 2, but we are considering with the range of pi to minus pi by 2. So 3 pi by 2 equivalent to what? So 3 pi by 2, that means you can say 2 pi minus pi by 2.
Yes.
So, and for any value, if there is this thing, that means basically it will move from here to this position. Okay, it will become the minus. So because the since is that is supposed to 3 pi by 2, and if you do the module of 2 pi, this is give us the same value 3 pi. What is the value of 3 pi by 2 for cos 3 pi by 2 and cos your minus pi by 2, both have the same value, yes or no?
Yes.
Just tell me.
Yes, sir.
So that's why we have written the minus pi by 2 over there. Okay, so it will basically, so now you are getting how will the phase will change. Now if it is 0, since that bit equal to 0, so it is reducing the value. Again the bit next bit equal to 1, so it will up, and continuous 3 0 is there, so continuously it is decreasing the phase value. So now by decreasing this value, suppose there is another 0 is there, so it will become in this position. Okay, then again on 0, so it's supposed to go to the minus 3 pi by 2, yes or no? Sorry, minus 3 pi by 2. So which is equivalent to your plus pi by 2, yes or no? Minus 3 pi by 2 is this value same as the your plus pi by 2?
Yes, sir.
So that means we'll start it from here. So that means we can draw the phase trellis by looking at the sequence of bits. Okay, so now when the age value is taken as a half, which is means that continuous phase frequency in continuous phase frequency shift keying, when the age value is taken as a 1, that is referred as the minimum phase shift keying, okay, or MSK. So that means continuous phase frequency shift keying will act as a MSK when the age or deviation ratio is half. Okay, that means A is equal to half. So now we'll see what is the value, means what is the MSK? MSK, minimum shift keying. Okay. Okay. So now, okay. So now we'll discuss the signal space diagram for the MSK. Okay. So if we consider this equation, on 76, in on 76, what is there? Okay. This one, this is the representation of a signal ST. So now if we do the trigonometric, that means we can write this is equal to, what is that value? 2 EB by TV, sorry, square root of 2 EB by TV cos 2 pi FCT into cos theta t plus square root of 2 EB by TB sin 2 pi FCT into sin theta t. Yes or no? And in middle, this is a negative or positive sign. What is the value of cos A plus B? What is this expansion? That is equal to cos A plus cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B. So in that way, if we expand that equation, we can write that's equal to 2. What is that? Okay, 2 EB by TB cos theta t into cos 2 pi FCT minus square root of 2 EB by TB sin theta t into sin 2 pi FCT. So I hope in this expression there is no doubt. Okay, and these terms, both term is called the in-phase components and quadrature component. So which one is the in-phase component? Sine is the in-phase cos is the in-phase component and sine is the quadrature component. Yes or no? What is the in-phase
Yes, sir.
component from there? This is the in-phase component. In-phase. And this is the quadrature component. Okay, so we are getting the two components from there. Okay, so and what is the value of theta t? So from the previous equation we are getting the theta t, that's equal to theta 0 plus minus pi by 2 TV. Okay na? Because what was the expression, if you recall? The theta t, that's equal to theta 0 plus minus pi h by TB. And in that case, when we are considering the MSK, h equal to half, so it will become this value, theta t. Okay. And positive signs indicating the symbols 1 and negative signs indicating the symbols 0. And the similar result of theta t at the interval minus TB to 0. So that means the same theta t value we can get when we consider the t equal to minus TB to 0. Except the algebraic sign of the interval. So that means if we change the interval, there will be a no change. Okay. So now S1T, the in-phase component is written by the SIT, which is equivalent to this. Already we have seen the what is the value of in-phase component. We have written that value, in-phase component, that's equal to 2 EB by TB into cos theta t. And if we put those value theta t over there, and what we are doing over here, we are taking the half cycle cosine pulse. So that means only the cosine terms we will take. So now if we put those value, this value, the theta t over there, what will be there in the cos term? In the cos term, what will be there? Cos theta 0 into cos of pi by 2 TB into t. Okay. Okay. So now cos theta 0 for this time means theta 0 value, it will give us the plus minus value of this within the interval of minus TV to TV. Okay, and this is the plus sign for 0 to TV and minus sign minus TV to 0. Okay. So basically you see the plus sign is indicating theta 0 equal to 0 and minus sign indicating theta 0 equal to pi. So basically cos 0 equal to plus value. What is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 equal to 1 and cos pi, it will be minus 1. So when this value, it has a two value, either 0 or pi. So based on that, we have put the plus minus sign over there and the remaining portion as it is same. Okay. So similarly, so previously what we consider the time duration, we have taken minus TB to TV. So now if we consider the time duration 0 to TV, and when we are taking 0 to 2 TV, the case of the quadrature component. Okay, so in the quadrature component, we are taking the SQT, which is equivalent to square root of 2 EB by TV into sine theta t. Okay, so in that case, if we take the half cycle of sine pulse, what we'll get? We'll get that expression sine theta TV sine 2 pi 2 sine pi by 2 TV into t. Okay, so which is equivalent to your plus minus that value, and when it will give us the plus minus value, when theta TV equal to pi by 2, it will be the plus, and when theta TV equal to minus pi by 2, then it will be minus sign. So why we are calculating those value, the main reason is there, because you see when we are sending the bits, the phase is changing to sequence. Earlier we have seen the plus, either plus minus pi by 2 or it will be 0 by pi. Okay, so that's why we have considered these two conditions, and in these two conditions, for in case of 0 and pi, it will provide us the in-phase component, and in-phase component, when we are getting the in-phase component either 0 or pi, when the TV value is your even multiplication of TV. Okay, and when we are getting the quadrature component, and in that case we have seen the phase is plus minus pi by 2. So in plus minus pi by 2, when we are getting the plus minus pi by 2, when the t equal to multiplication, odd multiplication of TV. Okay, so from there what we can conclude, if this value is there, so basically we can conclude that okay, so the polarity of in-phase component S1T depends on the theta 0, whereas the polarity of quadrature component depend on the theta TV. So another is, means one in-phase component, the value is depending is what is the initial value. Okay, and for the quadrature component, the polarity, that means the plus minus, and it is depending on the what is the end value. Okay, so now if we, by taking the value of theta 0 and TV, and if we put or make a table, so we can get the value, 4 possible value. Okay, what are the 4 possible value? So theta 0, either 0 or this equal to 0 or pi, and theta TB either plus minus pi by 2. Okay, so now first condition, so using this 4 value we can get 4 values. Okay, so first one is the theta 0 equal to 0 and theta TB is equal to plus pi by 2. So which occur when the sending symbols 1. So that means if the initial phase equal to 0 and we are sending 1, in that case the end time of TB, theta TB will be pi by 2. Basically we are getting from there, you see initial value is 0. Okay, we are sending 1. So what will be the final value? Final value will be pi by 2. So now if we get these two values, suppose initial value equal to 0 and final value equal to pi by 2, it is indicating we have sent 1. Are you getting my point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So initially when we draw that figure, what we consider, which bit we are transmitting, that we consider. Now what we are doing, by looking at the phase at 2 position, at 0th position t equal to 0 and t equal to tb, by looking at these 2 position we are considering or we are finding which bit was sent. Okay, so that means if the value equal to 0 and the TB is equal to pi by 2, that means we have sent 1. Now theta 0 equal to pi and theta TB is equal to pi by 2, it's indicating we have sent symbols 0, like this position. Okay, from here to here. So initial value was the pi and final value equal to pi by 2. So when it is happening, when we are sending 0. Okay, so now third condition, when the initial value equal to pi and next value is equal to pi by 2. Okay, and as I minus pi by 2, so which is equivalent to your 3 pi by 2 module 2 pi. As I mentioned when I discussed that if there is a 3 consecutive one, so it will become the 3 pi by 2. So it should be close to the minus pi by 2. Are you getting my point? So from there, that means if the initial value equal to pi and final value is equal to minus pi by 2, it's indicating we have sent symbols 1. Okay, the last one, the initial value equal to 0 and TB is equal to minus pi by 2. So that means we have sent symbols 0. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that means by looking at the phase value, we can determine what is the symbol was sent by the sender. Okay. Okay. So now single space diagram. In the single space diagram, what is there? So basically, when we want to discuss the signal space diagram, what we require the orthonormal function. So now, how many orthonormal function is required for the MSK? We require 4 orthonormal function. Okay. So now, sorry, 2 orthonormal function. The main reason is that due to these 4 combination of the value. Okay. So now if we put those value in this your signal space diagram, what is there? Theta on symbols when we are sending 0. So if we put those value, this is theta initial value, theta 0 equal to 0, theta TP is equal to minus pi by 2. It is 0. And another case, the sending value is 0. Theta 0 is equal to pi and theta TP is equal to pi by 2. So now it is most of the case or VFSK, you have seen there is a 2 region was there. But in the case of in case of your MSK, there is a 4 region is there. Okay, and these are the corresponding value. Symbols 0, symbols 1, sorry, symbols 0 and symbols 0, symbols 1 and symbols 1, depending on the initial value and final value of theta. Okay, phase. So now if we represent that signal space diagram, the phi 1t and phi 2t, we are representing by that equation. So what is the phi 1t? Phi 1t is your in phase component, okay, and phi 2 is your quadrature component basically. If we look at that expression, okay, from there, so we are getting the phi 2t from these terms and phi 1t from these terms. Okay. Okay. So now what is the overall value ST? ST will be equal to S1 phi 1t plus S2 phi 2t within interval of 0 to TTB. Okay. And now if we do the calculation and we can calculate what is the value of S1. So this calculation already we have done. So I am not discussing those things. Okay. So from that, we will get the 4 coordinated value 2 dimension for different symbols. Okay. So first plus EB comma plus EB. So plus EB comma plus EB, it is indicating this coordinate, and this is for symbols 0. Okay. Again, second is your plus EB minus, sorry, square root of plus square root of EB minus square root of EB. In that case, it is 1. So this is the second coordinate, this one. Plus minus, this is 0. Okay. This is 0. This is 1. Sorry. This is 0. This is 1. This is 1. Okay. This is the 4 coordinator, and for the 4 coordinators, we are getting what symbols was sent. Okay. So now if we tabulate those value, so we can tabulate like this: the transmitted binary sequence over the interval 0 to TB is 0, and phase state, what is the value? Theta 0 equal to 0, theta TB is equal to pi by 2. So that means what is the value of the coordinator of the message point? Okay, it will be plus EB plus EB. So basically, from there we are getting. So you see, suppose we are sending symbols 0, theta 0 equal to 0, theta TB is equal to minus pi by 2. So what is the coordinator? Plus square root of EB, comma plus square root of EB. So we are putting those value over here. Again, for these symbols, when we are sending 1, initial value equal to pi, theta TB is equal to minus pi by 2. So we are sending 1, initial value equal to pi, final value is equal to minus pi by 2. That means this should be the coordinator. What is the coordinator of that? Minus square root of EB plus square root of EB. Okay. So in that way, we are completing this table. Similarly, for other two case coordinator. So that means from this signal space diagram, we are making a table, and which is called the characterization of MSK, signal space characterization of MSK signal. So now there is one example how we will draw the MSK waveform. Okay, in the MSK waveform, what we are taking the two frequency value we have taken, f1 equal to this and f2 equal to this, and what is given that t equal to 0, theta 0, that's equal to 0. That means initial phase equal to 0, which is given. So now how we'll get the in phase component and quadrature component? Basically, this is providing as the in phase component, and this is provide as the quadrature component. Okay. So now if we recall the phase diagram, so initial value equal to 0. So 1 means pi by 2. Okay, let me show you that figure. This value, what are the value? 0, pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2, 0, minus pi by 2. Okay. So now if we put those value over here, so first initially it was 0, then pi by 2, then pi by 2, then pi by 2, then 0, then minus pi by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay. So now we have to draw the in phase component. So now tell me when we are getting the in phase component. So in phase component we are getting 0 and pi. Yes or no? In phase component, as I mentioned earlier, so theta 0 is equal to 0 or pi. In that case, we are getting the in phase component, and theta TV is equal to plus minus pi by 2. In that case, we are getting the quadrature component. Okay. So that means, and when we are getting that in phase component, we are getting the even multiplication of TB. So that means we'll get 0, 2 TB, 4 TB, and 6 TB position. So what is the value of those position? You see, it is 0. Then 2 TB position, it is pi. Again 4 TB position, it is pi. It is 6 TB position, it is 0. Okay. So that's why the theta value, phase value, we have written 0, pi, 0. Is that clear?
Yes.
Now, what should be the value of S1 or polarity of S1? Because you see the polarity, when we discuss about the polarity over here, okay, plus minus sign was there. Okay. So what is the polarity we are getting? The positive sign when theta 0 equal to 0. And pi, if the value is equal to pi, then it is minus sign. So that means if we put those value, S1 value over there, what will be there? 0. So it will be plus value. Pi, that means it will be the minus value. Okay. Again, it is pi minus value. It is 0 plus value. So we are getting the in phase component, that is S1 theta 1t. Okay. Now similarly, we'll get the quadrature component. For the quadrature component, what we are getting when we are looking at the point of the odd multiplication of TB. That means TB, 3 TB, 5 TB, 7 TB. Okay. So for first TB, it is the pi by 2. Second TB, it is pi by 2. First TB means only TB. In 3 TB, it is pi by 2. 5 TB, it is pi by 2. 7 TB, it is minus pi by 2. So now we have written pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2, minus pi by 2. Now if we look at the polarity of the quadrature component. So we are getting the polarity of plus minus. When we are getting the polarity of plus minus, when theta TB equal to minus pi by 2, in that case we are getting the plus value. Okay, you see theta TB is equal to pi by 2, in that case positive. Minus pi by 2, then there is a mistake they have done in the books. Okay, just a minute. Okay, actually in the polarity they have do a mistake over here. Okay, it will all will be the positive and it will be the negative in this book. You see what is the statement over here? So plus sign when theta TB is equal to pi by 2. Okay, if it is minus pi by 2, then the whatever the in the waveform is written, it is true. But since it is that value, the plus value, when we are getting the plus value, theta TB is equal to pi by 2, that means it is 1. That is correct. Yes, na? Sin theta TB value is equal to positive when theta TB is equal to pi by 2. Sin theta TB is equal to negative when theta TB is equal to minus pi by 2. Yes or no?
Yes.
So that means the whatever the value is written here, it should be the positive. It is also positive. It is also positive, and this should be the negative. Okay. So in that way, we are getting the quadrature. Okay. So now if we superimpose these two signal, which will give us the S1T, and we will get a signal like this final expression. So now if we look at that, so we can see there is a continuous phase. There is a no phase change. Okay. So basically what will happen at the receiver, suppose this type of signal is coming and we have a receiver. At the receiver, what is there? It is taking the value of theta t or at theta t at different position. The position is t equal to 0 or theta, we are calculating the theta 0 and we are calculating the theta tb. Okay, these two value. So by looking at these two value, we are calculating which bit was sent. Okay. Okay. This is the block diagram coherent detection for the MSK signal. So that means how to generate the MSK signal and how to detect the your coherent signal. Okay. So what is there? First, we are taking the SS cos 2 pi FCT, which is multiply with the cos 2 pi t by 2 TB, and there is a two band pass filter is there, F1 and F2. Okay. Then there is a summation. So basically, from this summation, what we are getting? We are getting the theta 1, phi 1, and phi 2 orthonormal function. So after getting the orthonormal function, if we multiply with the A1 and A2, and add this, we are getting the ST. So what is the A1 over here? In the previous examples, you can see A1 indicating the SI. Okay. So theta 1t, phi 1t should be multiplied with the S1, Si, and theta 2 it should be multiplied with the S2. Okay. So finally, if we add up these two signal, we are getting the ST. So now at the receiver, what is there? We are getting the ST. ST is multiplied with the S phi 1t and phi 2t, because you see when we discuss the signal space diagram over here. Okay. S1 equal to what is there? S1 phi 1t plus S2 phi 2t. Okay, and when we are calculating the S1, what is the value of S1? S1 equal to integration of minus TB to TB, ST phi 1t, and corresponding value we are putting, and we are getting that value. Similarly, S2t equal to 0 to 2 TB, ST into phi 2t into dt. So we are getting that value. Are you getting my point? You see, as I mentioned earlier, so when we calculating the in-phase component, in that case, we are doing the integration minus TB to plus TB. And for quadrature component, we are taking 0 to 2 TB. Okay. So that way. So now doing the integration, because this is the in-phase channel, so the integration should be minus TB to plus TB. And since it is a quadrature channel, integration should be 0 to 2 TB. So we'll get two value, S1 and S2. There will be a decision device, and from the decision device, what we'll estimate? We are estimating the theta 0 value over here. Okay. And using the quadrature channel, what we are estimating? We are estimating the theta TB value. Okay. So basically, the cap we used over here indicating the estimated TB value. So now by looking at these two value, we can find out what bit was sent, because you see the table we discussed in this table. So by looking at this value, we can calculate which bit was sent. Okay. So now we will get the final binary output sequence. Error probability of MSK. So basically the signal ST at the receiver. So this ST is received at the receiver, and in the ST what is there? Along with the message signal, there is a noise signal is there, WT. That's you already know. And what is the characteristics of the WT? That means noise signal, that it has a zero mean and the power spectral density of N0/2, because it is a Gaussian noise profile, a white Gaussian noise profile. Okay, so now we have to decide it whether the symbols 1 or symbol 0 was sent at the interval 0 to TB. So now for that, how do you have to find? We have to find out the theta naught 0 and theta TB. So these two terms we need to find out. To find out how, means which symbols was sent from the sender. Okay. So now in that case, if we want to optimize the detection of the theta 0, so in that case, basically what we'll get? So for getting the theta 0, so we have seen that when there is a odd number of multiplication of the TB, that time the signal was generated. What is that? Tell me. So 0 and pi, and for the positive multiplication, that is plus minus pi/2. Okay. So now that the received signal, suppose we are sending a for the first signal. Okay. First signal is the received signal ST into the reference orthonormal signal. That is two orthonormal signal we use, phi 1t and phi 2t. So now with reference of the phi on t, so phi on 2 we will get the s on t with this interval minus tb to tb, because we have seen when we discussed earlier, when we are multiplying the theta phi on t, that time we have taken the interval minus tb to tb, and when we are multiplying with the phi to t, that time we are taking the interval 0 to 2b. Okay, so for that, so now if when we are considering the orthonormal function phi on t, so in that case we'll get the s1 value that's equal to integration of minus tb to tb st into phi on t dt. This is the definition of the s1 we already discussed. So from that, what we'll get if we put those value, the st value over there, so what we'll get, this term s1 and w1. So where s1 is defined, already we defined on what is the s1. S1 equal to your square root of eb cos theta naught. So that is the value of S1. Already in the last class we have seen, and W1 is the sample value of the Gaussian random variables of 0 means and variance of n0 by 2. Okay, so now from this, how to decide it what is the value of theta naught? So depending on the S1 value, if we look at the S1 value, and if the S1 value is greater than 0 at the receiver, that means we are estimating estimated theta 0, that's equal to 0. If the S1 value is less than 0, in that case the estimated theta 0 value equal to pi. So okay, in that way we can find out what is the estimated value of theta 0 and theta tb. Okay, so second case we will find out the what should be the estimated value for the theta tb. So to get the estimated value of the theta tb, we will follow the same procedures over here. And as I told that in this case, when we are taking the phi to t as an orthonormal function, in that case the interval will be 0 to 2 tb. So that means to get the S2, what we are doing? We are doing the integration 0 to tb st into phi to t into dt. So from there, if we solve, then we will getting this term. And here also the W2 is the same as the independent Gaussian random noise with the variance of 0 means, with the means of 0 and n0 by 2. Okay. So now, similarly, we can get the value of S2, value, either it is greater than 0 or it is less than 0. So if it is greater than 0, in that case, the estimated value of theta tb will be minus 2 by t. And if it is less than 0, then estimated value of theta tb will be pi by 2. So now by looking theta 0, theta 0 and theta tb, can we define or can we say which value was sent or which symbols was sent, 0 or 1? Can we say that by looking is these two value? Yes or no? So if you recall the constellation diagram or signal space diagram, so 4 point was there. Okay, 4 points was there. So it was indicating 0. It is 0, it is 1 and 1. So that case we have seen what should be the value of theta 0 and theta tb. So basically we can say by looking is the value of these two, theta 0 and theta tb, we can say that which value was sent. So basically when it will send 0, so the condition is that when the estimated theta 0 equal to 0 or theta 0 or theta tb, that's equal to minus pi by 2. So this is not theta 0. So this thing will be not there. Okay. Estimated theta TB equal to -2 by 2 pi minus pi by 2, and otherwise when the theta 0 value equal to pi and theta TB equal to minus pi by 2, in this case we can say the 0 was sent. Okay, so now if the theta 0 equal to pi, okay, so if the theta 0 equal to pi, and in that case theta and theta TB equal to minus, something went wrong. Okay, 0 minus, and this should be plus. Okay, just a minute. Just let me go to this. I think this should be the plus. Okay, just go off. Okay, so 0 minus 0 and minus pi by 2 pi plus. So what was there? 0 minus pi by 2. 0 minus pi by 2 pi plus. So this is, there is a mistake. Okay, so correct yourself, because when you will follow that books, so that symbols should be plus. So in that case we are getting the symbols equal to 0, and the second case when theta 0 theta estimated theta 0 equal to pi and theta TB equal to minus pi by 2. Okay, and alternatively when theta 0 equal to 0 and theta TB equal to pi by 2, in this case we are getting the symbols 1. So basically whatever the value we got theta 0 and theta TB, so if we compare from there, so depending on this is the, suppose this is the estimation value of this theta 0 and theta TB. By looking at that value we can find out the symbol 0 was sent or symbol 1 was sent. Okay, so now okay, so the most importantly the existing signal space diagram. So basically in figure 29 is this above. Okay, so from this figure we will see that the coordinator, depending on the means, are 4 quadrant. The message point is the 4 quadrant. Okay, so which is same as the QPSK. If you recall the QPSK, in the QPSK also there we use the 4 quadrant. Okay, so that means the, in terms of your probability of error, we can say both will be the same. As I mean the MSK, what is the the probability of error for the MSK as same as the QPSK, since the isolation diagram is the same. Consolation diagram or signal space diagram for the MSK as same as the signal space diagram for the QPSK. Okay, so from there we can find, means since it is the same, then means we can say the probability of error PE, okay, PE equal to Q square root of 2 EB by N naught. So that is the value which is same as the QPSK. Already we see. Okay, so now the both the case, the QPSK and APSK is good for the performance when we are doing the coherent detection at the receiver. And that oversaturation means that in that case what we are doing, for the MSK we are taking the interval of 0 to 2 TB or minus TB to TB. Okay, so that is the spectrum we are, means the interval we are considering. Okay, so from this equation we can find out what is the a bit error rate of the coherent detection of the MSK signal, okay, or probability of error. Now, if we want to calculate the power spectrum of the MSK signal, so in the MSK signal, basically, if we start from the binary BPS FSK signal, so basically MSK is the one type of the special case of the binary FSK or BFSK, okay, and so that means the value we can have three assumption or observation. From there we can identify this what should be the power spectrum of the MSK signal. So basically what are the observation we will discuss here. The basically one thing is that depending on the theta, the phase state theta 0 naught, that there is a basically we know there is a two component, or one is your in phase component and second one is the your quadrature component. So for the in phase component, when the phase state theta equal to theta 0 is equivalent to your plus GT or minus GT, the pulse shaping function, suppose we are using some pulse shaping function and it is denoted by this GT equal to square root of 2 EB by TB cos 2 pi cos pi t by 2 TB with the interval of this thing, because we have seen for in phase component we are taking the interval minus TB to TB, and other case it is the 0. That means we are giving a shape of the GT, because if you see when we discuss the MSK waveform generation, we have taken some symbols or signals, okay, so that is talking about these signals, okay. Okay, so that means if we take that GT equal to this, so we can find out what is the energy spectrum density for this GT. Okay, we know the what is the formula for the energy spectrum density. If we put the value of their GT equal to this, so we'll get the energy spectrum density that is equivalent to this. Okay, so now if we want to get the power spectrum density, so power spectrum density, what is the duration we have taken? That is the 2 TB. Okay, so basically that means if we want to calculate the power spectrum density, then in that case what we have to do, we have to divide the time, the energy spectrum density by the total time duration. So that will give us the power spectrum density. So for the power spectrum density, in phase component is equivalent to your sigma GF by 2 TB. Okay, so that is the power spectrum density for your in phase component. Similarly, for quadrature component, when the phase state is equal to theta TB, so and we have that the pulse shape, we are considering the plus GT and G minus T minus GT. So we have taken, and in that case for your in phase component, we have taken the cos of the signal, and in quadrature, we have taken the sine terms. And what is the interval? Interval equal to 0 to 2 TB. Okay, and 0 otherwise. So that means if we use the same thing, energy spectrum density, we can find using this formula. Okay, so now if we calculate the energy spectrum density from there, what we will get? We will get the same value as it is. The same value, because in this case, two interval we have taken. So whatever the energy spectrum density we get, in case of the in phase component, for the quadrature component also we will get the same value. So that means both the cases we are getting the same value, and we know that the in phase component or quadrature component of the MSK signal are statistically independent. So that means if we want to calculate the total power spectrum density for the MSK signal, what we can do or how we can get it? By adding the simply adding in-phase component and quadrature component. So that means we can say the power spectrum density for MSK signal SBF. So SBF, that's equal to 2 times of the sigma GF by 2 TB. So now if we put those value, we are getting, this is the total power spectrum or baseband power spectrum density for of ST. ST means your MSK signal. Okay. So now is there any doubt up to this? Okay. So now basically when we discuss the QPSK signal and when we see the power spectrum density for the QPSK signal in this figure, there was a QPSK also is there. Okay. So this is your figure 17.19. So this is the power spectrum density for the QPSK and MSK signal. Okay. So from there, if we look at this, so the signal is normalized. The normalized power spectrum density is showing over here, and the signal is normalized with respect to 4 TB4 of EB. And in the frequency also in the x-axis, the frequency is normalized with respect to FTB. Okay. So this is the your power spectrum density, normalized power spectrum density PSK, and this is the power spectrum density for the MSK signal. Okay. So now if we look at that expression from there, we have to make a conclusion. So from the figure that's corresponding these two equation, the power spectrum density. Okay. So basically if we look at the MSK signals, which is false, that inversely fourth power of the frequency. If we look at the expression of the power spectrum density expression of the MSK, we'll see that value is falling with in terms of inversely fourth power of fourth quadrature, sorry, that fourth power of the frequency, inverse fourth power. Just let's go that expression. Okay. So now if we look at this expression, how this power spectrum is falling, it is inversely fourth power of frequency is falling. Okay. So that, and in case of the QPSK, it is falling the square of the frequency component. So that means accordingly what we can make, the MSK signal does not produce much interference to the outside of the signal band of interest. So that means whatever the signal band we are interested, along this the MSK is there, beyond that signal space it will not interfere too much, because the power spectrum density is falling with the power of, as the frequency will increase, it will falls with the power of inverse power of fourth of frequency. So it is falling fast compared to the QPSK, and in case of QPSK, that effect will be there. Okay. So this is desirable characteristics, that property, this it is not affecting the side or outside the signal band, which is the desirable characteristics of MSK when we consider the digital communication system which is operating with a band limit or band limitation. So that means in some case there is a band limitation is there digital communication. That means the whatever the signal we are transmitting, it should be contained within this range. It should not go beyond that. Okay. So if it is go beyond that range, so that means it will interfere the next band. Okay. That's why the MSK is more preferred compared to the QPSK. Okay. So now from this property we can make the summarize what is the MSK. So basically in the MSK conclude three properties or desirable properties is that modulated signal with constant envelope, that is the one property, because we have seen the binary FSK signal. For the binary FSK signal, when the symbols or inter-symbol change is there is a discontinuity of the phase. So to make it continuity, we have moved for the MSK. Okay, so modulated signal with the constant envelope, so there is a no discontinuity in the envelope. Okay, and relatively narrow bandwidth occupancy, because since it is falling immediately by this 1/4 of inverse of fourth frequency, so that means we can say relatively narrow bandwidth occupancy is there, and coherent detection performance equal to that of QPSK. So that means the when we detecting the coherent detection performance, that means your bit error rate or the power spectrum density, when we are concerned basically especially in the bit error rate, so this is same as the QPSK. So these three property the MSK signal has.